A magnitude 8.8 earthquake has struck off the eastern coast of Kamchatka in Russia, and so it has triggered tsunami warnings across the Pacific Ocean, so please pay very close attention to your local tsunami warning systems. This earthquake occurred around 6 hours ago as of recording this video, so that's around midnight UTC on the 30th of July. Now there are tsunami alerts, like I say, across the entire Pacific, so please pay close attention to your own country's individual tsunami warning and evacuation systems. This is an example from the US Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. For the USA territories and states, this covers Hawaii, Guam, all of the west coast, the Aleutian Islands. Each and every individual state and region will have its own tsunami warnings. So this is an example from Hawaii here. And then you can go to the individual state emergency management and authorities to see what the warnings and evacuations may be for that area. This is an example of a tsunami alert system, which is from the Honolulu Emergency Management Office. But like I say, these tsunami alert systems can vary depending on where you are in the world. So please pay close attention to the specific warnings and evacuations in place for your local area. In some instances, like here on the island of Oahu in Hawaii, you may have maps that show you areas of potential inundation and warnings and watch. So like I say, just go to your local official sources for the information in your area. Now this is a big earthquake without a doubt. In fact, it's the biggest earthquake we've seen on the planet in over a decade, and it's also relatively shallow at only 20 kilometers depth. So it's not surprising that an earthquake of this size would cause tsunami warnings to be in effect, and we already know that tsunamis have inundated areas in Russia not long after the earthquake itself. The key message from this video is just to pay attention to your local sources. Tsunami warnings may stay in effect for longer than they need to, purely because the first wave may not necessarily be the last wave. There can be repeat waves that come during the event of a tsunami. So those warnings normally stay in place for longer and are not lifted until there is absolute certainty that there are no more waves that are of a threat to a community. Tsunami wave height, or how far a tsunami reaches inland, can vary from location to location, so please pay attention to your local information, as changes in local topography or what the seafloor is doing up to the coastline does vary on quite a local scale. So just make sure you are paying attention to your local warnings as well as your national warnings. Please stay safe.